Yeah, so with the back, I am quite obsessed about keeping the back well. As you know, I've suffered a lot over the years. I had about 12 years basically of pain with my back, which has only really gone in sort of the last year or so, and I put it down to my daily yoga practice. The back is a really tricky thing because it's so much of the body. So our spinal cord starts sort of here and then ends right at the bottom at the tailbone. So it's compensating for a lot. So for example, I had cesareans and hysterectomies where you cut through all the muscles here. So that was over a period of 6 years, 7 years basically. So all that time my back was overcompensating for the fact that my front wasn't really able to cope with much. So it's a really tricky thing. We have all the different vertebrae all the way down. Some are fused together, some aren't fused together. Some like to move that way, some like to move that way. It's all very tricky. So to find where your aches and pains are takes quite a lot of time. And I've had physio and I've been to people and they haven't really said there's anything actually wrong, but 12 years of being in pain in your back, there is something wrong. And that was when I found out that actually it was the piriformis for me. So you have your gluteal muscle. The piriformis is sort of going across in a bit of a diagonal. And it gets caught up with the sciatic nerve as well. So as well as having pain that's coming up the back here, it also kept catching on the sciatic nerve and coming down the side of the leg as well. So there's amazing yoga postures that we can do. So we're going to start off lying down. So that's always a good start, I find. So lying down on your back in Shavasana. So just rest. Take some nice deep breaths. Let the feet just flop out to the side. Have plenty of space for the whole body. Hello, Herbie. The palms are facing upwards. And just lie here for a minute and just assess how your body is feeling. So I'm just going to come up so that I can talk to you. So when you're lying there flat on your mat, you may feel uncomfortable in a few places. So there's ways in which you can neutralize your spine to create a little bit more comfort. So the first one is to just maybe wiggle the hips side to side a little bit. Bend the knees and put the feet flat on the ground and then lift the bottom up just slightly and lay the body back down so that the tailbone is laying flat and slightly curved up and inward towards you rather than tipping the other way. Feel the earth underneath you, move the body a little bit and then lift the head up and lay it back down, keeping the chin slightly tucked. I'm going to begin with a full yogic breath before we start our asana practice, our posture practice. And as we do our full yogic breath, which is a 3-part breath, I want you to visualize the spinal column starting from the bottom. So as you start to inhale, imagine being right at the base of the spine, and as you inhale, you're coming a little bit more up the spine, sort of up to the tummy button, and you can feel the tummy rise as you do this. A little bit more, feeling the thoracic spine, the middle of the body, and then up over the chest, up to the top of the collarbones. That's where you stop. And then exhaling back down, feeling and noticing each vertebrae as the stomach decompresses. Inhaling from the bottom of the spine, working your way up, filling the body with air. Hold it there, turn it round, take it back down the spine. Feeling the belly empty of air. Inhale, 1, 2, 3 parts of breath in the inhale. Turn it round. 1, 2, 3 parts of exhale. Final time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold it at the top, turn it round. Exhale. 1, 2, and 3. And release the breath again. And now bending the knees and bringing the knees up to the chest, just hugging the knees and spending some time having a little rock side to side. Bring the feet back down so the knees are bent. We're going to do some simple spinal twists. Bringing the knees a little bit closer to the bottom, the arms are out to the side, and putting the palms facing downwards. Very gently, in breath, exhale, take both knees very slowly, very gently on your exhale down to the side. And my back has been a bit tricky because I slipped a bit and jolted my back a couple of days ago when it was icy. And I can really notice down this left side. So you should feel this lovely, wonderful stretch where the middle of the spine is twisted over to the right. If you want to increase the stretch, take both arms over to the left and turn the head to the left, looking over to the left fingers. And really enjoy this stretch, so keep breathing deeply, and with every exhale feel that release, that relaxation down the waist, down the side of the back, down the hips. And now take your bottom leg and straighten the bottom leg out, lift the left knee, hold on to the left knee with your right hand, and start to take the left knee even further across. So you should be able to sort of bring the foot down to the ground, but the knee is higher up than it was before. And you'll start to notice now around the glutes and down the back of the thighs, as well as the waist. So you're holding on to the left knee with your right hand, and the left hand is still stretched out, and you can still turn the head to the left. And take some nice deep breaths. And on this next exhale, I would like you to just very, very tiny movement, tuck the tailbone a little bit more. So inhale. Exhale, tuck. You'll feel it in the front of your tummy. It makes you want to squeeze your tummy and pull it in towards the spine. Just tuck it a little bit more, and it's just increasing the stretch down the spine. It's a hell of a stretch. You might notice that your body just feels like it wants to move even more the left knee towards the floor. So if it does, just stretch that little bit more, just rolling the bottom half of the body over to the right. This is such a good cat stretch. Have you ever seen cats just lying completely twisted? It's amazing. Okay, very, very gently, let's bring those legs back. Come back, bring the right knee up and hug the chest. Taking both knees down, and we're going to do the other way. So arms are out to the side, palms are facing downwards. Press the spine, press the back down into the mat a little bit as you tuck the tailbone a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale, slowly take both knees to the left. Take the left arm over the body, so both arms are now facing the right and the head's facing the right as well. Oh, Herbie's getting involved. Aren't you, darling? And another thing you might notice is the bottom cheek that's underneath, the left bottom cheek. You might, without even realising, be holding that a bit tighter and be holding some tension in it. So focus on that left butt cheek. Inhale, and as you exhale, allow it to just chill. Allow it to relax. Naturally, your body wants to hold that tension in this posture because it's a weird position to be in. Take the bottom leg long. Grab onto the right knee with your left hand and keep going, taking that right knee just that little bit further so you start to feel it all down the right side of the back and around the glute muscle and down the back of the right thigh. Keep breathing, just enjoying the feel of that stretch. It's not until you practice yoga that you realise, when you've watched it before, you just think people are just lying there. But no, you're feeling every single part of this movement and enjoying the process of waiting to find the edge where your body wants to stop stretching, and then breathing, and then noticing how then your body goes, yes please, I'll take a little bit more of that. Okay, we're going to move on to the left side. So rolling over to the left side and bring that arm underneath you. So the arm is long underneath you and you're lying your head onto your arm. So your left leg is long and your left arm is long. Your right knee is still in the same position. So your right knee is bent. And from here, which you just roll back just slightly and bring that right knee up in front of you and then bring it down so you're knee to knee. And this is actually quite a balance because you can move forwards and backwards, rock forwards, lose your balance. But here, if we're keeping knee to knee and we're trying to bring that right heel to the bottom, that's like a reclining dancer's pose. So just lying there for a minute. And now see if you can take it a little further behind you and see if you can bring that top hand just a little bit more behind you. So you're starting to stretch the back, pushing the hips forward. Okay, let's bring the knees together again, roll over onto the other side. So you're lying long again, your arm is long underneath, the left leg is bent and on the floor. So from here, leaning back a little bit so that you can grab your left foot and come knee to knee, nice and straight. Focus on drawing the belly in towards the spine and tucking the tailbone. As soon as you tuck the tailbone, the front of your body will want to contract, will want to connect. So you're using all your core muscles at the front and back of the body.
You should be able to feel down the side of the front of the body, the transverse abdominal muscles that wrap around the body. You're working those as well at this point. And now start to take that back leg a little bit further back and reach the hand behind you a little bit further. So you're in a dancer's pose with a bit of a spinal stretch. And bring you both knees together again. And just rolling yourself up to seated easy pose. Hello. So just move your bottom out of the way so you're really on your sit bones. Hands on the knees, palms down on the knees. Focus on grounding your body into the earth, so really connecting to the earth. Visualize that tailbone, how it's sitting underneath your body. And the spine has, you know, a natural curve in it. It's not completely straight. It curves at the top, it comes in, and then it curves at the bottom again. So when we say sit up straight, it's not a case of Sergeant Major. A neutral spine is a relaxed body that's still containing the way the spine wants to sit. So we work for the foundation. We sit on the sit bones, use the pelvic floor to create some tension as if you are lifting up. Use your breath. Inhale, next inhale, draw the belly in, just slightly. If you don't move the spine but you draw the belly in, that's creating that neutral spine. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. And now bring the chin just gently so it's a little bit more tucked towards the chest. Beautiful seated, perfect posture. And let's start to just roll the head side to side. Chin to shoulder. Chin to shoulder. Back to center and just turn the head as if you're looking behind you. Back to center. Chin to chest. And up to the sky. Feel that stretch in the neck. Down to chest, and back up to the sky. Okay, Herbie, you're going to sit down here, darling, and just start to roll the shoulders. 1 minute. And forwards. I'm going to bring the hands up to the sky, bring the fingers together. Herbie, come and sit down, darling. Push the palms up and stretch. Make sure that the shoulders stay low. They're not hunched up around your ears, so you can still turn your head side to side. Come and sit down. And from that, unlock the fingers, stretch that little bit higher, and then start to, from the hips, lift and come up and over, stretching forward. And wherever you get to, that's completely fine. Once you get to here, so your hands are on the floor, just listen to your back. Listen to how it feels, and also try and relax the belly so the belly really compresses onto where your legs are crossed. Start to walk yourself back up. And we're going to come onto hands and knees and cat and cow. So hands and knees are nice and even. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Spread the fingers, create a tiny weeny little bend at the elbows, just a tiny one, just so you're not overextending the arms. And here, I want you to do the tucking of the tailbone, just a tiny bit, just gently. So you're not tucking under, just sort of notice it and connect to it. And as you do that as well, draw up towards the spine with the belly and press down into the mat with your feet and your legs. The more strength you have in the core, the more ease you give your back. Okay, from here, I'm going to try and keep that sort of tension in the body as much as possible. As we inhale, drop the belly, lift the hips, lift the head. Exhale, other way, lift the spine up high, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin to the chest. And again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Back to neutral spine, back to tabletop, tuck the toes underneath, lift the knees off the mat, pushing away with the hands, bringing yourself into downward dog. And the knees are probably bent here, and that's fine. You can be like that. If they are bent, you can still rotate the feet, the ankles. You can press the heels down, do what you like. Just find a little more space for the back by just testing the hamstrings. So pushing away with the hands. And you can stay here for a minute, or you can start to twist your dog a little bit. So lifting the right hand, placing it onto the left ankle, and trying to bring your head through underneath your arm. Back to centre, and let's do the other side. Left hand to right ankle, twisting. Back to centre, pushing away, lifting the hips. And now very slowly coming back down onto all fours and resting down, knees are wide. Let the hips and the bottom drop through, the feet are together at the back, and come down into a lovely stretchy long child's pose.
Just relaxing there. Walking yourself back up. So we're seated here. Let the spine neutralize for a moment. Keeping the shoulders back, the chin slightly dipped. Being mindful of the tummy being drawn towards the spine without creating any extra curves. So often we can sit like this, or often we can sit like this. So sitting straight up, shoulders low, tummy drawn in towards the spine. Lovely neutral posture. And bringing yourself round into seated easy pose. If you'd like to use a cushion, we're just doing a minute's silence meditation. If you want a cushion, just put it just under your bottom, just sort of at the back. So you're not totally sitting on it, just the edge of your bottom is sitting on it. And this again helps. So if you sit at a desk a lot, using like a memory foam cushion or something at the bottom of your spine, that will just help you to lift up rather than slouch or overextend in any way. Just like in the picture I put on the post earlier. Okay, so let's turn the palms upwards. Bring the chin down just slightly. Shoulders are relaxed. The whole body is beautifully strong, yet still very relaxed. Notice how your body feels. Does your body feel easier than it did at the beginning of the practice, or does it still feel like there's some niggly aches and pains? If it feels good, then great. If you've still got those niggly aches and pains, then that's great too, because you've been able to notice the bits that you need to now spend more time on, to work on. It's all a learning process. So just take yourself inward and listen to the breath. And visualize that inhale and exhale up and down the spine. And that can be your focus as we go into just a minute's quiet meditation. And I'll let you know when we come to the end. Okay, just start to wiggle the fingers, the toes. Bring a slightly stronger breath into play. Keeping the eyes closed. Bring the palms together and rub them nice and vigorously. Just creating that warmth, that heat between the palms, that energy. And now place the palms over the eyes. Feel the comfort of that warmth on the eyes and start to blink the eyes gently open. Okay, hands to heart center. I thank you so much for your beautiful practice today, and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Have a lovely day. Namaste. Thanks very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Oh, hi, Louise. Hope you had a lovely yoga practice today, and I'll speak to you later. Any questions that you have, please just get in touch. Oh, good, Jen. I'm really pleased. So keep doing this one. It's on record and it's on YouTube, so just keep doing it. Thanks, honey. Loads of love. Bye.